I was doing uncharacteristic things. I was having a whole lot of peaceful mornings. Y'all probably like that. That sounds nice, a peaceful morning. But you didn't have my type of peaceful morning. My type of peaceful morning was the type where you wake up in the morning and you're trying to piece together what the hell happened to you the night before to get you to where you are today. Anybody just not known how you got to where you were? Like, why am I naked ass up in this truck like this? But I think I had a good time. I think I did. My only question in the morning be, where are my friends? I know I left the house with some friends. Now I'm naked and alone. Where are my friends? It's just an odd thing for me. Anybody ever woke up in the morning with a pocket full of money and a thank you note and you didn't know why? But you still thought you had a good time. You're like, I'm just gonna put this in church. I'm gonna make it right with Jesus. Only he knows my troubles. I grew up in church. My father's a pastor, you know what I'm saying? So I always knew what was the right thing to do. But like I said, I started doing my own thing. So when I got back into church, I was excited and I found me a church to join. You know how you join and the pastor take you in the back in that back room and be dark, they be trying to scare you. Anybody been back? Anybody been back there? You know? I was back there and the pastor I joined, he got in my face. You know what I'm saying? He was like, Vanessa, now you with Jesus. You understand it's a couple rules you're gonna have to follow. I'm like, what's up? What you want me to do? He was like, first of all, ain't gonna be no more stealing. I didn't know that they watch you when you come in. You know what I'm saying? So I put the little stuff back because they was being petty about it. It really wasn't even nothing serious, you know. So then he came at me and said, now Vanessa, you know you can't kill nobody. I said, I ain't trying to kill nobody. Vanessa, you know there's no fornication. I was like, no what? It's like no fornication, no premarital sex. And I don't know about y'all, but when I heard that, I like to pass out. You know what I'm saying? I almost died. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell the pastor, but I was like, hold on, pastor. I wanted to tell, I'm a beginner. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got some type of introductory program, something I can still do it once a month, because you got to wean me off. You can't. I need 12 or 6 steps into righteousness. I'm trying. I swear I'm trying, but me, I like a man about 6'5", 6'8". I like him to be dark skinned. I like him to have all his teeth. You know what I'm saying? But when you get out there and you see what's going on, you be like, Lord, however you want to bless me. You know what I'm saying? If he got at least 5 teeth, understand? I'm gonna work with him. Give him some partials. I'm gonna fill in the holes with chiclets. But I ain't gonna let love die. I'm not gonna let love die so easily. I used to date like this really crazy man. Just would not even let me look out the window when I was driving. Anybody just crazy, man, just a crazy individual? Because I'm driving, I'm trying to check my peripherals, trying to be cautious, He like, why you looking at that sexy man in the truck? You like, what sexy man in the truck? That sexy man with the tight shirt on. Like, what sexy man with the tight shirt? The sexy man with the tight shirt and the beautiful lips and stuff. You're like, what sexy man with the, you know what, I'm gonna look forward because you're crazy and you're gay. I don't know what's wrong with you. It's all kind of things you have to look out for. It gives you signs, I've been with somebody and God was telling you that was not the one for you, but you wasn't ready to go, like, just yet. Like, you knew he wasn't nothing either, but you was like, come on, my birthday next week, Jesus. Don't do this. Not right now, Jesus. Valentine's coming up. Come on, Jesus. My girlfriends are watching, Lord. Because I used to date this guy. I don't want to know if anybody ever met him before. Like, that brother right there, like, every time you say something, he's like that. You're like, ooh. You're like, anybody ever meet him? You go, like, hey, you're just trying to talk. You're like, how you doing this morning? You're like, ooh, Okay, well, let me tell you something. He is out there, And I decided to take this self-defense class, and in this class, they taught us how to get up out of a chokehold. Anybody ever been choked? Just me again. Okay, I told you I'm not new to Christ, just new to doing what's right. So, in this class, they taught us how to get up out of a chokehold, and I'm gonna teach y'all how to get out of it in case, anything ever happens. They had a hand around your neck like this, and what you gotta do is you got to go up in between their arms, and then you get them in the eye. Or you go like down in between their arms and you get them in the eye. But it's always gonna end with like, get them in the eye. That's like my part, you know what I'm saying? So Now I learned this new move. I'm excited. And I'm like, I want to try to move out on somebody. But in order to try to move out, I was going to have to find somebody that was willing to choke me on the spur of the moment. You know what I'm saying? Being the type of girl I am, did not take me long to think about it. I got in my car. I raced straight over my baby daddy's house. I went over there. I kicked the door down. I started demanding money for his baby and my other child. And I didn't know he was going to choke me so fast. But he had choked me so quick that he had done cut off my oxygen, so I forgot my move. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm in there, but I'm stuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, wait a minute. They wasn't choking us like this in class. Okay, all right, well, can you choke me slower? Okay, I'm gonna take your name off the birth certificate, I swear to God. Woke up the next morning confused, but I had a pocket full of money and a thank you note, so I put it in church. I don't know, sometimes it almost seems like my kids are stronger than I am, you know, because even in little situations, like, I saw this mouse in my house this one time, right? And my kids were so down, they were so, I don't know a good hip word, but they were so ride or die, or whatever, you know what I mean, whatever the terminology would be, but they were so down, because I'm scared, you know, and I go running like, oh, kids, I seen this mouse, we're going to have to work together and get this mouse out of here. And my kids are dramatic, they make things far worse than they have to be, and they actually been going to this little African school, right? And I love it because they teaching them all kinds of things, and they're very smart, but I think that they're teaching them things that I really didn't know about, because I mean, they've excelled in math and science, but when I saw them tackle this mouse, I knew that they had way more stuff going on. You know what I mean, at this school that I knew about, because I turn around and my kids done stripped down to their underwear, you know what I'm saying? They got brooms and mops, they taping steak knives to the end of them. My son done went in the closet, got out some shoe polish, he putting on war paint, you know? But I'm there because they gonna handle it. I'm scared, they gonna handle it, you know? And I don't know why, but my daughter, she's like 3 years old at the time, she walks up to me, starts speaking Swahili, you know? I'm so serious, but she was so poised, I had to just pay her attention because she walked up to me and said, Sisi watu wausi mama. Messed me up, but what messed me up even more was my 4-year-old son. He translated it. He was like, she believes he went in there. We must move now. We must move swiftly, mother. Like, all right. Get my stuff, you know what I'm saying? She comes up to me again, she says, Pamoja tutashinda, mama. And my son says, she believes it's time for action, mother. You must get down, mother, get down. And they throw me down on the ground, you know what I'm saying? They run in the room, and I hear all this commotion and smoke rising up, you know what I'm saying? It then got messy up in here, and I just hide under the table. And when the next time I looked around, my son come out, and my daughter's beside him, and they got their drawers hanging off of them, paint hanging all down their face, you know? But my daughter, she's still poised, and she comes to me and says, Sisi watu wausi, mama. She say the same thing, but this time it means something different. You know, she only 2, you know what I'm saying? And my son says, your enemy has been defeated, mother. Would you like his head? And I was like, nah, son, but you're the man of the house now. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what to tell you. I'll say this too, in my quest in being a better mother. I was thinking to myself, because I'm trying to improve, I'm trying to get better and stuff like that. You know, could I have been, I was at church, you were talking about Mary, Jesus' mom, and I'm thinking, what better example of a mother than Jesus' mama? You know, Mary. And I'm thinking, asking God, since I'm making these improvements on myself, do you think, you know, if I was born back then, could I have been Jesus' mama? You know what I mean? Could I have handled that type of responsibility, you know? And God was like, no, like, you couldn't have been Jesus' mama. And I was imagining, like, if I'd have been Jesus' mama back then, because I started having kids kind of young, and I was putting myself and my patience in her place, and I know me, I'd have been all off in Jerusalem, kicking it, you know what I'm saying? I'd have been in a little juke joint, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I know that ain't Jesus' mama over there. She is way too holy to be up in the club, you know? And when I had my kids, I was still drinking and everything, you know what I'm saying? But so I've been and got so messed up, I had to try to use the North Star to try to get back to the crib, you know? And I'm trying to get back before the sunrise because I don't want Joseph to wake up, you know what I'm saying, and him to get an attitude because, you know, he's been insecure ever since Jesus was born, you know? So I don't want to start no static, but my mule's slow. So by the time I get back to the crib, it's about the crack of dawn, Jesus up, having this morning meditation and this devotion. He getting on my nerves. I got a hangover. Joseph pacing back and forth, and to make it so bad, folks at my door looking and knocking for a miracle till it get to the point where I just couldn't take it no more. You know what I'm saying? And what do young mothers do sometimes? They'll go off on the closest person to them. So who did I start going off on? But Jesus, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, look, Jesus, ain't gonna be no more miracles until you get back there and you clean up your room and you take out that garbage. What you think I heard about you the other day passing out that fish and bread? What you think we was hungry, Jesus? You didn't think we wanted none of that? You know how much money your dad make being a carpenter, Jesus? It ain't much. And you know, we had this conversation before and you was out there trying to turn that water into wine. Now you know I like to have a drink after my meal, and you gonna play me on that too? And while we on the subject of water, let me catch you back there one more time, walking on water, not washing your behind. Submerge yourself, Jesus! Keep on looking at me crazy like that, and this little breakfast I'm cooking is gonna be your last supper. Jesus like, just take me now, Lord, just put me on the cross. Oh, I'm not